city's streetlight sits among assorted floor and table. All the old...
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
The boombox about you should play this tape, right?
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and...
Welcome to the pawn shop. You know what? I don't know who Dare is in game. There's one paddle something and one just... Dare's name is Bragler or something, and question mark is Alex. Hoi, Logan. Hoi, det bestevennen min? Det gamlefaren som kommet opp og sagt hei, fikk du pusset tenna I går? I don't know who Paddle is. I have no idea. But I rename everyone in Steam. Yeah, Measured was fun. But I did. Oh yeah, I have this thing. I did accidentally tell him that I would learn about the race enigma. Why do I have so many fascist things? I feel like have I really said that much fascist stuff? That is how one becomes more racist. Yeah, I think that's the goal. Hola, Logan. Hola, vennen min. Det ble gutt. Hva synes du om brillene? Det godkjent at det på meg briller? Eller tenker du det noe tullball? Eller tenker du nei, det noe tullball? Det noe tullball. I've picked some meme options, but I don't feel like I picked that many fascist options. Maybe I did though. I guess maybe a lot of the fascist options are meme options usually. It can't possibly be that I don't respect fascists and I think they're jokes, right? So I pick all their options because they're silly and stupid and don't make any sense. For me, it was difficult to not do a jokey dude. I am doing the full lunatic jokey dude. If there is something funny, I do it every time. When I failed against the Hardy Boys, when I failed the check to authority them, I put the gun in my mouth and said, "I'm gonna shoot myself in the face now, you stupid whore," and then I shot myself in the face. My character archetype in this is chaotic. Is a chaotic, depressed mess. Just a complete unhinged lunatic.
You see a heavy steel door. The old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. The door does.
Off the bat, the water is visually running on all floors. We'll see it happen some time. Yeah.
Window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside.
Squint?
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there behind
Inland
glass.
told you, mysterious door scene. Isukiro dice, the sirens. Ooh, there's something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
It's not a very good mother joke, but the room still laughs. Something about those mother jokes just work.
That's the best kind of mess. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's made for a very funny playthrough, at least. This gives me perception, and these give me perception. Don't I have glasses that give me perception too? Maybe I don't. Oh, let's try it, see what happens.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old
Ah, that's a
window.
judgment thing. Maybe this will be my lucky double six.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind.
Okay, so now that we kind of have, like, there's some stuff here I could replace with other thoughts, but I think I'll wait a bit for that for sure. So now I feel like the big thing now is just I can put points into things that I want to like get a reroll on, right? Let me go talk to the girl to see what I needed to do to get the paint from her, because I do really want to paint that wall. I feel like that would be really cool. Knick-knack stand. I don't even remember what this is. Oh, it's in the place, I think. This rhetoric thing looks pretty funny. I think that's what would be fun. This Titus thing would be fun as well. Just in a plus in authority. Though some of these checks are doable again when you go to sleep, right? I think doing this half-light thing to convince this guy to tell me who the driver is would be really, really nice. This would be cool, but it's a really hard check. Don't care about this, don't care about that, don't care about this. This one I care about. Oh, I forgot to talk to her. Well, I guess we gotta run back down again. Oh yeah, this I want to do for sure. Visual calculus. Apparently the guy is doing fish base, so I cannot sell trash. Just give it a little bit. I think eventually they stop using it, or they don't use it fast enough compared to how fast we produce it. And I want, like, this one seems really cool too. I don't care about this one. What? First of all, I don't remember this roll even. If I don't remember doing a roll, does that mean that it's like part of like a dialogue chain or something? Let me go talk to the chick, but let's do this first.
Can I help you?
God, I found a new bird for the whirling. Give him the ruffled goose.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie, I just thought that it would look nice on the wall. I'm kind of a cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Got the 20 real? Then why?
I can pick the overflow from the rock boxes in the storage room, leaving a box room, yeah.
The door is still nothing. This door, still nothing. Still.
One day.
The lieutenant's door, no response. What are you doing? Still, doesn't he want to go for a little drive? Anything to not face the hanged disco man yet.
Bang on the door.
You hear the sound of a drawer closing, followed by the shuffling of feet.
What is it, Harry?
Oh!
What time is it?
I thought he was out with the car dropping off the body. We'll go for a midnight drive to clear out our heads.
To clear our heads from what? Sleep?
Sleep is what he needs most right now.
Good night, Harry.
He bother Kim after hours. 3.9% of... Dude, I'm getting all the rarest achievements in the game.
The lieutenant's door.
I didn't think it was in. Whoops, that was my bad. I was just knocking on the door for fun. Bye, B.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Wait, but his car isn't here. Wait a second, the game is fucking with me. Wait a second, what's happening here? Is the game wrong, or did I just discover an inconsistency in the universe? What had happened if I had gotten him to come out with me? Bad coding? Yeah, that's weird. Weird.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Okay, I need conceptualization for this. Should we spam conceptualization? Because it's a red check, so we only get one chance at it. We got a +1 there. I'll move these clothes down because we need them. I'm gonna need those. I'm gonna need this. We need this. Okay, so I have a +2 in conceptualization down here.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
It's a DC 18. With the +2, we still only succeed on the 6, and we can increase our conceptualization by 3 more, which would put this at a 5, 6, 7, a 7, I think. Yeah, it's the base plus this, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 1 from her is 8, 9, 10. Then I would need to roll an 8 or higher, which is slightly below average. Oh. Wait, what if this old lady here is the... What if she's the lorry driver? Oh.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
The Jamrock Shuffle. By now it's clear you like to look inside containers, you like to open doors and see what's behind them, maybe secrets, maybe more juicy containers. Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippian kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, but haven't come across one of those yet. But one day, wait, is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orb de Monta... Okay, I got this I need. I need this. I think I'll change out Superstar for this. This was nothing for me. I think I'm gonna stop being a Superstar and become a Jamrock Shuffle when I get another XP. Oh, I have XP. I can unlearn it already. This is okay. Let's go over these. I should maybe wait until this one's done before I delete something though, but This one I need. Remote viewer division, important. Derealization. Deja vu, not already been seen. Oh yeah, this is great. This one's great, I like this one. All motorics learning caps raised by 1. Oh, this... yeah, this one I don't know about. I feel like this is giving me some bonuses for things that I like, though, so I think I'm gonna keep it. This one that we need. This is good. This is great. I need the Suicide of Krasmaso. Actual Artillery is great. So, Fairweather 5000. We need this one. Actually, do I need this one? Yeah, this one feels like it's gonna be really important for like one check one time. I guess this doesn't do much for me. Maybe I should get rid of a couple of the Apocalypse too. I think I'll get rid of this, unless someone has any objections. It's fascinating that this game is the final form of what Baldur's Gate started all those years ago. It's a symmetric RPG with RTS controls and incredibly dialogue-driven design with every new game. I think the reactivity of this game is like insanely good. Like when people talk about like Baldur's Gate being one of the best RPGs ever made, like sure this game doesn't have any like crazy. I haven't fought a single battle in this yet. Maybe it does have battles or whatever, but the like reactivity in this game is way better than it was in Baldur's Gate. And Baldur's Gate had okay reactivity, but the fact that I was wearing those like garden gloves for like 5 streams, and I kept like making it up over and over and over again. You haven't played Torment though, reactive wise, so I should, yeah, sure. Business in how far we come. If you want to have interesting isometric battles, you can play XCOM. True. Okay, if no one objects, should I get rid of some kind of superstar? I'm just doing it, I guess. No one's yelling at me, so I don't need any of this, and I don't care about the Monosol Chicken, and I don't feel like a superstar cop, so thought will be lost forever. Sure. I don't know that's how it works, but interesting. So there is a price for unlearning something, huh? If I have a thought here, it still gives me abilities to interact with that thought, right? Even if I haven't thought about it, even if I don't have the focus for it. That's what it seems like, at least. But I guess if I forget it forever, then I won't even be able to like interact with it in any way. Oh, hey, listen, it's not gonna be a perfect playthrough. Let's just have fun.
Give me a moment.
Give me a frickin' moment, you frickin' frick. Probably influence this game a ton. I said this earlier briefly, but like I definitely get why people are upset about all the stuff that happened around the studio. Though, as far as I'm aware, like what actually happened was very like scuffed, like not very clear. But I get why people want more of this. I understand. I'm a man of understanding.
You hear someone walking a poor communard from the...
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
That's probably the lady I'm looking for. Probably the lady I am looking for. +2 to Psyche. Damn. I mean, these are good. Just drinking this is good, because it just gives me bonuses, and the only penalty is losing a little bit of morale. I followed up on this video at all. I only know that this game was developed by Workers Co-op, which is pretty neat. I just know there was a lot of drama about like who owns the game, and like it was like, oh, the studio is evil, but then it was like, oh, but the guy was also being weird, and drugs are bad. Sheesh,
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The drugs in this seem pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
And bright like a diamond.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
I got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling as he looks at you. Something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not going to make things right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
He says again, a nearby street lamp casts shadows on his shin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view here. Point to the city skyline.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Time to join homosexual underground. Paul taught me that drugs are good for you, especially if they are messy names like Jet or Psycho. I don't see any negatives to them in this game, so... Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
Enter the Sunday friend.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Oh, no, let's go point.
Kingdom of Conscience. The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
More side options to heal plus morale, learning cap for illusion risk by 5, learning cap, yeah. At least I'm not a centrist apocalypse cop by a combo. Hey, listen, I'm a mess. Are we doing a sexo run? I will find out, I guess. Centrism of the world is burning around you. Is this an American run? I just like the. I think Dolores Day is pretty interesting. But I just wanted to pick that in case it led me to more Dolores Day stuff. A quarterly business magazine. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. An empty ashtray. Yeah, if you keep reinstalling this, nice. It's a very good game. The dialogue is so good. I'm blown away by how good the dialogue is in this, and the voice acting too. This tawny concept hat looks like a beacon of Sumerian wisdom. Its straw sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. +1 to logic. Super logical for a cop to wear this. -1 suggestion. Insensitive bachelor party vibes. +1 logic. Super logical for a cop to wear this. Yeah, that makes sense. That adds up. An X-Fit bed canopy made of metal. Buckets of paint on layers of old newspaper. Invider sends sis actually, like as German. Yoink. +1 a drama become the dragon. +1 electric campus. They become an addict in a strange bathing robe. This sleazy, silky bathing robe in vibrant blue features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has provided for fastening. It's culturally sensitive, but only for people who are not from Seoul. The real Seolites probably don't care. You can be like a dragon, true. But what type of dragon?
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers, cold air sweeping in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Is it because you did it, Mr. Wilderoon?
Because I did it?
Don't jerk my chain, paper jockey. You did it, didn't you?
What's the meaning of this?
I mean, the jig's up, creep. I am the law. I'm sorry, let's start over. My nerves got the best of me there.
Well, I can certainly understand that. That hanging was a surreal play. Everything since then has been too. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
Martinez.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive.
He just repeated himself. Oh, I repeated myself. How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human. as far as I could tell.
Did any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Wait, so you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
Were they koikos, kips, those funny squinting men? What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM? You're right, that does seem strange.
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you? Sorry, 1 second.
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, that was a waste of time.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
What's an official like you doing in Martinaise?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in the apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What is ce price stabilité?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
How does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, for example. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Yeah, sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But of course. Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me. But what is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, Sur la Clé. Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Ravachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Rivachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Morris Mizelgils of foreign occupiers. Ravachol must be governed by Ravacholians. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm having living with a bunch of lunatics. It's usually the most boring one.
Not boring, my friend. Responsible. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
I mean, it's not wrong. The dialogue option knows exactly what's happening. Tell me about Sur la Chef.
What's there to say? Sur la Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Ravachol Sur la Chef's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from
percentage.
Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Tell me about Orange.
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur la Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Which one of them is more EPIS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur la Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur la Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Oranje?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can't you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
About Oranje. Just tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Enough business, let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about? But that doesn't tell me anything about Kedra itself. Is it warm there, cold, something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to emigrate.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
All you can tell me about him is that he is here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
What? I'm not hearing anything.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
And also the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I'm all ears. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Thank you for heads up, but my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
This guy was no help. This guy was completely useless. I was gonna say, if that lady's still out, since I forgot about her. Don't know how you fast travel. Do you have to fast travel from one fast travel point to another? Like if I go to the waterfront, I can fast travel from there? I have to contact the library tomorrow. Oh, there you go. That's how it works. I don't think that took any time either. Okay, surely I've explored the coast now, right?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
97%
Wind is turning
chance.
southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
You think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea?
But what do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
What you're suggesting is highly experimental, possibly dangerous.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. I don't know if you've noticed. I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
This time, though, imitated drum roll. I thought I'd ask you. Why is doing this? I thought I'd ask you for a walk.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
I am, that's why you should definitely agree.
Where would this walk take us, officer?
There's a nice view on the beach I found. Point northwest, Land's End.
All right. I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Just a good old-fashioned walk, I like it.
Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys.
She means men.
All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
"15 minutes? This red tower coordinates the boat traffic in the bay barely.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Hi, so here you are. It's late and the sun is going down. It'll be dark soon. If we stay here long enough, we will be joined by a cortege of drunks and teenagers. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself. Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
Look at her. You seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
The world? Those big words men like to throw around as though they had weight. Let's just admire this piece of the world we happen to have in front of us, eh?
As she turns to face the sun, reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, you cannot help following her steady gaze. You should say something. Anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing.
You know, a past incarnation of myself called himself Tequila Sunset. I wonder why that is.
It's a common Revacholian expression. Means drinking yourself to death. So, are you going to keep the name?
This is a new model of me. It will need a new name.
Can't wait to hear it.
The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Is that why you named your boat the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and all.
I'm not sure desert people are happy with too much sunlight.
Now you're just nitpicking. But I concede. Maybe desert people sometimes disagree.
Just enjoy the view.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their fading opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
The Sun isn't exactly an organization. There's an explanation to this, and it's political, you see, begin a long, impassionate political tirade. Well, something's gonna be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Maybe some general remarks before you say something big. Work your way up to the cool.
Say something about the Sun. Ooh. You have fish hooks in your ears.
These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me. I kept them.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
There's an interesting lint in your voice. Lilt.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
Don't you want to go visit La Delta?
It's enough that my fish goes there. 50 real a piece they ask for spring cod.
If only I had my conceptualization clothes on. Say something about the Sun. We're rolling at a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need a 7 or higher to succeed.
Say what? Something interesting?
Impossible. That times. Please, this is important.
She turns her head, and the plastic fish hooks rattle in her ears. Nothing shear-worthy takes place in your head.
God damn it, man. We're so close.
Relax. This was still good.
The Sun thing was very pretty. I'm sorry I don't have anything to add.
Thank you. Out there on the other planet, the sea, you start seeing things in a strange light. I'm glad I got to share it. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go, but...
She takes her sword out of the scabbard, the blade shines in the gathering dark.
Have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
Are you sure you don't need the sword?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Think we could do this again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you
No.
and your last drink for anything more.
Thank you for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
No. If only I had succeeded, I could have done a little bangy banging.
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
The Cocaine Skull? Find better loot in all containers. Hey, okay. Sure, I'll take it. Oh, right, you got a sword too. The tool. Equip this to impress yourself. The dull blade of this mass-produced saber has dulled over the years. The blade of this mass-produced saber has dulled over the years and won't slice or stab anyone. It still commands respect in your hands, however, holding onto its bakely tilt fills you with a sense of purpose and memory of the date. Why is this thing swirling above my head permanently now? Is that like part of holding the sword? Nope.
An old door, worn by elements.
I feel like we should put points into conceptualization and try to get that paint from that woman. But if I put points into like what is a formidable check? Disco Elysium formidable. Formidable is 13 apparently. So let's say I put 1 point into Half-Light now, that puts me at 3. And then I have clothing. We have this thing that gives us a +2. That was a 5. Six. If I put 1 point in, we need to roll a 7 or higher, so we get a 50-50. Pretty decent. Is there anything I can do this late at night right now? I should buy some more books so I can read books in the evening. That seems like a good idea. I don't think I can call the library or whatever either, so...
It's getting cold.
I'll go talk to the dudes in the tent. Actually, I should talk to the woman first, so let's just go read and then call it a night, maybe call it a stream. Boop.
The face of King Friesel smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
Read as there's no.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism.
Under communism?
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on the international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
Oh, do I get a bonus? Just a moment, what is this tip-top tournée?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Alright, so what these communists have to say about tip-top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Yeah, you need to pay for it somehow.
Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Right, then you get to see them, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Oh, you're right, I am really just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone as labor and capital could come some reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? There's nothing to do with me.
The eternal problem, according to G. Martin, is that under capitalism, the worker is rendered incapable of perceiving their own agency or lack thereof. Thus, they tend to experience their own oppression as though it were happening to somebody else. Is that true? Have you felt estranged from your own self recently? You flip back to the front of the magazine.
A little bit of a waste of the day, I guess, but let's see if I got a bonus with that lady, because I found out about her in the magazine. Maybe she likes me because I have the sword out now. I'm a sword guy.
Hello again, officers.
Nope.
Have you come to admire my...
You're back.
Gosh dingity darn it.
A row of mugs sits.
This is where the Ferris wheel was supposed to be. Have I been to every location now? I guess tomorrow I should try to focus up on like finishing whatever small tasks we have like lying around everywhere. We'll do some singing tomorrow too. And maybe I'll buy some books. Oh wait, did I miss this? For taking your harmless Rue Supersonic out for a ride on the streets of Jamrock where your heart is buried. Ooh. Also on empathy, feel the streets, but might as well logic, leave the reason behind. Well, Pretty happy with my things right now. I don't know, was that a result of getting the Jamrock Shuffle? Is that what I saw that? Okay, so tomorrow we have to call the precinct, see about those serial numbers. We have to call the library to see if we can figure out, and tell the precinct about the murder investigating, the second murder in a row. Then we gotta call the library to see about the dude. Then I guess we head back into the church.
I see you haven't left our little Martinez yet. Still running around. Like some kind of cross-country law official.
Slavic kiss was over.
Hi.
It's getting cold. The bed is comforting, if... Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you, forever, on ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity, spinning on empty.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance.
Oh!
Rising, rising. Above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning.
What
changing.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards.
Doing that.
Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world. But what if I want to be the agent of nothing?
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged, kicking and screaming, running. And for what?
For what?
For the working class. For the money, baby. For the greater good. For Revacol. Always and only Revacol.
Jesus. Oh, did you just get on this automatically?
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I mean, wouldn't this just be the same thing I'm already approaching in moralism? Forget politics. I'll never sleep if I keep on like this.
Are you sure? You could be closing the door on a brilliant and special future for yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm very boring and apolitical and sleepy. Ignore thought. I don't feel like politics is what my guy is doing here, but I feel like the game is very much like choose a political ideology and go for it. But if I choose to get a thought, then I just get to the thought, right? It doesn't lock me into anything. I don't know. Ah.
Did you hear that? He's renouncing politics. He's strictly business now.
Just another thoughtless vessel, plowing the grey seas of every day.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
This is DLC quest-based political system. Oh, okay. Should I have chosen something then, just to get a quest?
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city.
I mean, is there any benefit to not choosing one? It's not too late to like reload. I probably saved before I went to bed, so I feel like doing a DLC quest sounds pretty fun. So it sounds like I just skipped out on doing a quest. It doesn't sound like I made a choice other than don't do the quest, I guess. I'll do a quest, I guess. Yeah, let's do a quest. That sounds fine. I'll do the.
Comforting.
We'll just skip the dialogue. Then we're quitting when I'm done.
Across the.
Thor. Oh, it's you can never forget this shit. You're
Reading your awful letters.
For the work. For.
Solving your little crossword. There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see
this is
that it's the world
this is moralism, right?
changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep.
Alright.
You can do it.
Alright, thanks for heads up. I think it would be cool if that's like a good choice, but it seems like the only choice I made there was to not do anything.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
What is it?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding, and despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
But I thought things were going pretty well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
I assume the most qualified and highly credentialed people were taking care of that stuff.
But have you ever seen them? How do you know they're even there? More importantly, how do you know they aren't waiting for your participation?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What exactly is la responsabilité?
The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la
Amano, mano.
responsabilité, and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
I'm roaching out. I thought I was assigning responsibility for the murderer.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
Alright, give it to me. I'll accept responsibility.
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee. You don't need no stinking committee. You're the law.
But I'm the law, can't I just do it myself? Do we really have time for this? And who should sit on this committee?
Really, Harry, you know in your lungs that true authority flows from institutions, not individuals. That's the single principle that separates civilization from barbarism.
So I should have realized this earlier, but so each of these are connected to like a political ideology. Like intelligence is this communism? Logic is moralism. Physique is fascism, and motorics is what's the last one?
Technicalities. If you want your work to be accepted, you'll have to go through the appropriate process.
Do we really have time for all this?
There is always time to follow best practices.
Ultraliberalism, okay.
Once someone's decided to cut corners for the sake of expediency,
manage democracy.
Who knows what else they're capable of?
I think that's what I'm doing right now.
Swift, decisive action.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds. In Martinez, your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
What happens once we've assigned responsibility?
Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Take on la responsabilité. I don't know what this thing. Oh, there it went away. Nice. Alright, everyone. Thank you all so much for your time. I had a fantastic time. I'm gonna head out. I'm probably gonna go play with this little guy right here. We had a good session today. Super enjoyed it. Look forward to exploring another day tomorrow. I think Mortis is probably streaming unless we cancel for today. Yeah, Mortis is streaming.
Thank you for the money. Thank you for.
Whoa! What is this auto? What the hell is this? This wasn't there before. Thank you so much for here. Lord Fisher, I hope I had a fantastic time. I'll be back tomorrow, regular time, 12:00 Nota, 12 p.m. GMT plus 2. Sketch on there in local time zones. Playing more Disco Elysium. We're having a lot of fun with this game. If you are new here, feel free to stream on Discord, all that good stuff. Also, please check out Debatron. At Debatron. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we'll probably do some React. We'll probably pick up some React streaming tomorrow since Dwellers reminded me about it. So look forward to some of that. We'll watch a video of something. As a community of gamers, we'll do some more moralism, do some more crazy lunatic stunts. We are gonna head over to Mortis today. Oh, oh, the invalid username. Damn it. Let's see here, raid. Here are the raid messages. Oh, did the same one twice. Ooh, this was a good. It was a good sesh though. It feels like we don't get a lot done every stream, but I guess we do get a lot done. It's just that the game is a lot of like talking to people, and the people have a lot of things to say. So I bet I don't know how far into the game we are. Like my instinct tells me there's like you have like 7 days or something to solve the case, but I don't even know if they've really given you like a time estimate. So that's just like a feeling that we have like a limited amount of time to solve the case, but they haven't really told us that. Like, oh, sorry, you only have X amount of time to do this. So that's just like a feeling I have. But I guess we'll find out over time. Hopefully there's no like bad ending if I do things too slowly, but there very possibly could be. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Love you all, appreciate you all. See you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Saturdays. Keep fighting fouls, and bye bye. Hello, what's happening? Hello, Mr. Potters.